Welcome back to the F122 McLaren driver career. We are into the second half of our shortened season now, and we're about to take on the almighty Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. We love a Belgian Grand Prix, provided it's dry. It does have a tendency to be, swimming in Belgium, but we will hope for sunshine. We, of course, had differing conditions in Austria last time out. That was a classic Austrian chaotic Grand Prix, as only the F1 game can provide. It's dry in practice. Friday's dry, Saturday's not, and neither is Sunday. And it's not actually giving me a full weather update. Oh no. Okay, well, it's going to take us a little bit longer than usual to get around Spa in 44 laps. At least there is some sunshine there. It's not just entirely damp. So we'll keep our fingers crossed for a predominantly dry qualifying and race. I should be able to find out when I get into the practice sessions what the rain actually looks like. So we have upgraded again on the way towards this Belgian Grand Prix. As you can see there, we've taken a sharp incline up, as have Alpine and Mercedes, but Ferrari have levelled off a little bit. So they should be closer to us, and Ferrari actually not the fastest car now. Red Bull back on top. We do have 3 podiums so far this season, 2 of which significantly assisted, but the second place in Canada was very much on merit, so we're very happy with that, and we're hoping for points again. We haven't finished outside the points thus far, nor should we, in a car this strong. So, with a car this strong, with a new rivalry against George Russell to try and somehow maintain, don't think that's going to happen, we'll try our best to have a strong performance at Spa. It is a phenomenally fun circuit to drive, but whether I'm actually quick whilst I'm driving it, I can't be too sure. Let's find out as we head into practice. So we do drop the video a like if you're enjoying and you're looking forward to F123. It is not far away, and I should have some F123 stuff for you at the beginning of next week. You'll see some stuff from other people earlier, but due to real life stuff, I haven't had the opportunity to knuckle down with it yet. So you will get some stuff from me F123-wise next week. Right, practice time. BRB. And we're going to get a decent haul of resource points, actually. That'll do very nicely indeed. There are certainly areas I would like to improve in, but at the minute, everything's very expensive, so we're kind of only able to improve in one area at a time at the moment. We'll do the side pod profile. It's Monza next as well. We'll do the side pod profile, and I still can't do that until that's completed in 17 days' time, so we're going to be as we are then for this round and the next round, and we'll just have to save and save and save. Quali time. Oh, yeah, that's not dry. It turns out that the tablet, absolute bullshit. Yeah, that is wet. Significantly wet all the way through qualifying. Okay. Has anybody got any oars? Because I might need to paddle. P10. Return to garage. Yeah, underbody damage, Frank. I'm not sure if I'm going to have enough time to go out again. I am not going to have enough time to go out again. So we have to hope that it doesn't improve. People are out on inters, though. I might be about to go out of qualifying. I don't have enough time to get out and get round because of the underbody damage that I picked up. And if they're out on inters, they are going to get significantly quicker. We're about to qualify at the back of the grid, ladies and gentlemen. Because of the underfloor damage. I lost 3.5 minutes, which was my time I needed to get round. And yep, significantly slower than anyone ever. That hasn't gone well. I think we'll be taking fresh parts, and this is going to be a colossal comeback, hopefully. This will be a true test of how quick this car genuinely is. We're going to have to hope for chaos here as well now, I think. Well, it's dry to... There you go. Finally, we have some weather forecast. Mixed conditions. Dry to start, and we'll get wetter towards the end. But a dry start, so we're just going to frigging gun it, I think. With all fresh parts, because I physically can't start any further back than I am. So we'll take a fresh everything, thank you. So the grid, we've absolutely no idea how this is going to go other than we are at the back. It's Charles Leclerc on pole on the right-hand side here at Spa rather than on the left on the racing line. So Checo might actually stand a better chance of leading into turn 1. The racing line kind of comes across the track. Then there's the 2 Mercedes. Lando P5, so he's done a fantastic job there. And judging by the lap times, it was dry in Q3. Max Verstappen actually was originally on pole, I would imagine, and has a 10 grace grip. No, must have taken a 5 place. If he had 10 place grid penalty, he'd have been in 11th. Sainz takes a grid penalty as well, down in 14th. And then, yeah, 16th, Vettel and back. It's the intermediate times. So, never mind. It's given us fresh parts now, and we shouldn't need to worry about any grid penalties for the rest of the season unless we have any failures along the way. But we are full, fresh parts. Yeah, what's everyone else doing? A lot of people on softs. I am sorely tempted to go medium soft, but at the same time, I want to make sure I get far enough through the Grand Prix before the rain comes. We'll go medium, soft, and then whilst we're on the medium tyres, we'll try and find out when the rain is coming. We're not going to be the only ones on the mediums, because Checo in the Red Bull, in fact, both Red Bulls are on mediums, as are both Williams, Yuki Tsunoda, and myself. So we will go medium. Hope that the rain comes after everyone else has pit off their softs, and we can save a pit stop. Tyres are definitely warm, and they won't get that cold because I am bringing up the rear here. Now we're going to have to get pretty aggressive in the first part of the race and hope that we don't clout off anyone. Here we go. Oh, that was a very quick lights out. Wasn't ready for that at all. They're 4 wide in front of us already. So I'm going to get a little bit more aggressive. There wasn't really any room to do much more than just nip up the inside of Yuki Tsunoda there. But got both Williams in front of us, and we should be able to get past them well enough. Yuki's now having a go at the inside of me. Now, I imagine they're going to use a lot of their battery in the opening stages. So I'm not going to worry too much about potentially falling a little ways behind. I'm just going to try and pick people off as and when we can and work our way through the field. They're so slow around here, so we can definitely pick up a place or two around that corner throughout the Grand Prix, let alone just on this first lap. We do have completely new parts in every aspect on the car as well. Thought about it, thought better of it. Do it here though. Excuse me, Nicholas. It's P18. Can't let those soft runners get too far away. Lando's P2 at the minute. Lando Norris, I believe, is running second in this Grand Prix right now. He's had a phenomenal first lap. No, I was too late making that decision. I don't think anyone's in the pits for damage, which is great. Okay, Albon's making a dive for it. I'm doing the same. Albon's going to take 2. I'm going to try and take Stroll, but he does have soft tyres. It's P17. At the minute, we're following Alexander Albon through. He and Zhou Guanyu side by side through Eau Rouge and over the top of Radion. Now Lance is going to get boxed in here. He's going to have nowhere to go. But it's just too quick for me to be able to do anything anyway. I'll try and dive up the inside of him. Because then we'll have the inside line for this next right-hander, and we are officially past Lance Stroll. Zhou Guanyu and Alex Albon getting aggressive in front of us as well. Can we dive up the inside of Alex? Here we can. That's P15. Told you I was going to get aggressive. 2 in 1. Let's go after Sebastian Vettel. Quite happy to wait for the time being for a couple of laps. Doesn't mean I'm not going to push to still try and close up. And the outside of Sebastian Vettel. To then have the inside on Sebastian Vettel. That's P14. Sainz is here in P12. We've caught Carlos up already. He started P14. He's trying to carve his way through. Now up into P11. Lando is still P2. Go on, Mr. Norris. I'll try and get Valtteri into the chicane if I can. Into the bus stop. He's going to go defensive, is he? He is. I could risk running into K-Mag. He has run into K-Mag. Valtteri Bottas causing himself a lot of damage there. Sebastian Vettel came at me as well. We had contact with him too. I didn't quite see what happened there with Sebastian Vettel. I was concentrating so much on Valtteri Bottas. I didn't pay attention to Seb, who's just flown up the inside here. Bit of wheel banging. And then he's had to wait. Big lock-up from Valtteri though. Massive lock-up from Valtteri. Managed to avoid any damage, so I think he might get lucky. Thankfully, I've gotten lucky too with Seb. Sainz now into the points in P10. Push the braking zone on the way in because they're 2x2 in front. I know we made the Noah's Ark joke earlier, but the fact that they're literally going 2x2 in front is a little bit on the nose. Oh, quicker lads, quicker, 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 come on. I'm going to try and follow Carlos Sainz, if I can, through the traffic and catch up with everyone else, but I'm going to need to get rid of these three sooner rather than later. Tyres 11% worn after, well, it's probably 12% by the time we get there after 4 laps, so we're going at about 3% a lap at the minute. We are significantly faster than these back markers, though. If I get my line right, we'll be better through here this time. Which I've done very well indeed. That was loud in my head. Thank you for the 40 bits, Connor. Didn't know I had them, so you have them. Okay, cheers then. The fact that K-Mag has DRS on those in front, it's going to create a bit of a DRS train here, so I'm going to have to be a bit more proactive in passing than just sitting in his DRS, and we'll throw it up the inside here. It was a bit wild, but we got it done. Get them off one by one and get after Carlos Sainz. Ask about gap to teammate, actually.
Gap to your teammate ahead is 14.0 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. They're in second. Your last lap time was a 1 minute 50.1.
So we're still certainly within a pit stop of Lando. We do the same to Valtteri that we did to Seb. Or was it K-Mag? It might have been K-Mag, actually. Or both of them, I can't remember. Ah, I just kind of nudged him out of the way there. Sorry, Valtteri.
Good job.
That was rude.
Nice overtake.
The one dodgy one, and that's when he's like, good job. No, I ballsed that. That was poor from me. Gasly into the chicane. Gasly into the bus stop is going to be the move.
Okay, battery's looking good. You can use the overtake button to get past.
It's forced me very wide there. I was a bit naughty by Pierre there. He didn't leave me a full car's width. I could lunge him into La Source, but not worth it. Bye, Pierre. See you, pal. You can try and hang around the outside if you want, mate. It's not happening. Right, let's get after Carlos Sainz, because he's up behind Mick Schumacher now. And there's a bit of a train there of cars as well behind an Alpine. So I need to get after them now. Try and close this gap. Their soft tyres are going to start to go off now. Mine are already 15% worn, which says to me that theirs are going to be 25, maybe? Maybe more? And if Carlos struggles to get past Mick, which he shouldn't do, if he does struggle to get past Mick, then we can just close him up. Okay, so we're matching our teammate, matching Lando for time now, for lap time. Carlos is going to have to make a move soon, because we are getting significantly dropped by a number of others. Bear in mind, both Red Bulls are on medium tyres. There's a Charles Leclerc is in the pits. Charles Leclerc stopping on lap 8 for a fresh set of tyres. He's the only one to do so. Charles moving to mediums. Still no sign or sound of any rain. But we are out ahead of Leclerc, who comes out there behind us on the same tyre compound as ourselves, and we're within DRS range now of Carlos Sainz. Carlos needs to be bolder. He's been too much of a pussy here. He needs to get round.
Okay, radar is clear. Weather is looking good for now. Dry's definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
I don't know why they're so slow around just that one turn. Puon, really? He did take someone, I think he took Gasly into Puon. I don't know why Puon is Carlos Sainz's go-to overtaking place when he's got the Kemmel straight and into the bus stop chicane to try and get stuff done. But see yourself, pal. You've helped me catch up to you, and I will dispatch of Mick much quicker than you did. I guarantee you that. And we'll get after Carlos Sainz. There might be a number more. There you go. Literally as I'm about to say it. Might be a number more in the pits now. There's a Mercedes and Lando Norris. We're going to take a considerably large amount of positions here. Charles Leclerc's come to say hello, though. Lando's coming out behind us now. There he is. That's P6 for us. He's getting aggressive, Mick, but we'll take him still. P5. Leclerc is now also past Mick as well. He's got him very, very quickly indeed. So I think Russell will pit this lap, and then Ocon will pit this lap. And then that's our racing order to, hopefully, the rain. Been nothing but attacking so far, but now we're on the back foot a bit with the Ferrari. Oh, Russell's in the pits as well. Oh, no, I expected Russell. Russell was in the pits. Yeah, there you go. We're running P3. We expected George to come in the pits. It's fine. So now we hope for the rain. Now we're doing a rain dance before lap 17.
Okay, expect to see some rain about 10 to 15 minutes.
Let's go! 10 to 15 minutes. Might be as if, as soon as I say it, that's when Mark is like, by the way, Ches, rain's coming. You beauty. Still, though, we don't know if it's going to be enough to warrant wet tyre running. I imagine it will be. But we'll wait and see. 10 to 15 minutes, though, is further than our current planned first pit stop. We're going to try our best to hold up Charles Leclerc as best as we can. Lando is right behind Mick right now. Lando is past Mick as Mick Schumacher pits. So we're currently running 3 and 5. Although Lando is technically a net P2 because all 3 of us front runners do have to pit still. Unless the rain comes before our pit stop, in which case, banging.
We think we might see some rain, ETA about 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's still a long way out. Charles is significantly faster than me at the minute. I'll extend a little bit, I think. Oh, I'm going to get caught here now. Charles has got me. I'll try and stay with him, but I don't know if I can guarantee anything. Slowing him up significantly, though, has definitely helped Lando. I might have to let Lando through here. Might be the best thing to do for the team. Playing the team game. Playing the team game. Come on then, Lando. Let's chase him together. Verstappen in the pits on 16. 5 minutes till rain. But is it going to rain hard enough to warrant changing tyres? I'd come out 8th if I pit. My DRS is offline.
DRS is unavailable. The rear wing is down, so you can stay out while we work on a fix.
That's just going to make me want to extend even more. Because if I can't use my DRS to help me overtake on the softs, then I might as well just extend further. Not having DRS isn't going to affect me at this stage of the race in the position I'm in. So I'm just going to keep going.
The car in front is 1.7 seconds.
I'm not necessarily trying to stay out till the rain comes on this tyre. What I'm trying to do is ensure that when I do pit for another set of dry tyres, the softs that I put on will last until the rain comes. Because if I put softs on and they don't last until the rain comes, then our strategy goes right out the window.
Okay, rain is imminent. Rain is imminent. Be careful out there. Okay, dry seem like the best tyre for now. Okay, gap to the car ahead is 2.9 seconds.
Yeah, I'm going to make a decision here. I think when it starts to rain, it's not going to rain hard enough to go to intermediate tyres straight away. So I'm going to box 19, put on some softs, and get as many fast laps in on the softs as I can before it rains heavily enough to switch to inters. I think initially it's just going to drizzle.
Understood. Stopping this lap.
It's a risk. But it's a risk I'm going to take. Now, when the rain comes, we want it to not be that hard initially. Quick stop, please, gents. Thank you.
Perfect job from you.
2.3 seconds.
We're delighted with that.
We're now just behind Ocon. Come out ahead of Sainz by a significant margin, actually. Right then. Rein in... Rephrase. Intermediate tyres in 6 or 7 laps time, please. We've either made a great call...
We're expecting some rain soon. Expect the first drops in the next few minutes.
Few minutes. We've either made a great call or we've absolutely Ferrari'd it, as Connor says in chat. We will find out in due course. Okay, rain is falling. But I don't think, like I said before, I think it's only going to drizzle and we're not going to be on wet tyres yet. Going for it on Ocon. We're through. It's P7.
Great manoeuvre. You made it look so easy.
DRS disabled. Well, that helps me no end then, because now Ocon isn't going to have DRS and mine wasn't working anyway. Okay, grip's just gone. Inter's 20 for once. Inter's next lap. Lando's in now. I'm going to pit this lap.
Okay, we'll fit inters on your next stop. The pit box is currently full. Stay out on track. Stay out.
Okay, I don't know whether my mediums would have lasted or not. It would have been tight.
That was a fantastic stop. Faster than we were expecting.
It would have been tight. P7 currently then. On to Inters now. For a considerable period of time. Maybe till the end of the race.
Stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross onto the track.
I do have a new set of every soft tyre compound, sorry, every dry tyre compound if the rain eases. Fernando Alonso is out.
On Alonso. Okay, they're out of this race.
Why is Fernando? Why is Fernando Alonso? It's just got a mechanical issue. No engine issue there. That is just a mechanical fault for Fernando. Not having any luck at the minute. Got beached in Austria, and now his car's let him down here. No safety car, although, to be fair, in real life, they probably would be there. At the top of Radion. VSC at the very least. Probably a full safety car. Both Red Bulls past Lewis now as well. So the Red Bull double stack worked better than the Mercedes double stack. Oh no, never mind. One of the Red Bulls kept going. Sergio Perez kept going. So is Russell pitting now, or did Mercedes double stacked, I think, and Red Bull didn't? Okay, fair enough. Sergio Perez did an extra lap on his dry tyres in this rain. It's not going to have done his race any good whatsoever.
Our gap to the car in front is 20.7 seconds.
So it's definitely not raining hard enough to go to wets. When he says the rain evens out, I don't know whether that means it's just going to stay as it is, or whether we'll end up with dry running at some point again.
Battery charge is high. Let's use that overtake button a bit more.
I'm going to. Let me
Okay,
at least get
gap
to a point where I
car
can.
ahead is 8.0 seconds.
So we'll try and close on Checo and Lewis, but that Red Bull is supposedly the fastest car on the track in general. So we might be a bit lonely for the rest of the race, maybe? Unless there's a safety car or a change in, as we say, atmospheric conditions. But because we went out in qualifying when we did, if it does dry up, we do have fresh sets of softs available, which other teams won't. So we are kind of hoping it dries up about lap 34 or 35. Because that would really make things interesting for the remainder of the race. What would be ideal, well not ideal, but would be great, is if Checo could catch Lewis.
Gap ahead is 8.4 seconds.
If Checo could catch Lewis and start to fight with him, that would be lovely. In the minute, that gap is just... The gap to Checo is just growing by about a tenth or two a lap. And Lewis is holding stations. Ocon has basically fallen back into Sainz now, behind us. And then there's a giant gap back to the AlphaTauri. Presumably Gasly. The gaps in front are just stuck. Verstappen in the pits. And Checo. Are they pitting for a fresh set of inters? Their tyres are... Okay.
Perez is in the pits.
That's intriguing. They're pitting for a fresh set of tyres. I think mine will... Well, I think mine will last till the end. I hope mine will last to the end. The team think they'll last till the end. We just gained an extra 2 positions. The Red Bulls, too heavy on their tyres. We're up to P5. Max 10.5 seconds behind, so we'll see how quickly that gap closes on fresh inters compared to mine 20% worn ones. He might close me quite quickly, to be fair. With still 11 laps to go, I have a funny feeling we might be trying to hold off Max Verstappen with less than 5 laps to go.
We're starting to reach the point where you're going to start aquaplaning with those tyres. We think you're alright for now, but it might not be long before we switch to the full wet.
Well, the Red Bulls have just switched to a new set of inters, so I don't know whether full wets are... It's definitely picked up, though. The rain has definitely picked up. There are loads of other cars in the pits now as well. I think other drivers are actually pitting for fresh inters, just not necessarily because the rain is
Gap to the car in front is 6.7 seconds.
hard enough to warrant needing the extra step of tyre, but they need fresh inters. I don't think anyone's going to be going to the wets. They're not. So they're staying on. They're going to fresh inters. Now we have a decision to make. Well, we don't really, because I wasn't going to catch the other two. I wasn't going to catch those in front of me. And if I pit for a fresh set of inters, I'm still not going to catch them.
Lando's coming in for his stop now.
So my only choice is to stay out and hope that they last the extra few laps and that they don't catch me. Tyres are significantly worn and I would be quicker on a fresh set of inters. But I'm hoping that mine last. And everyone's coming out of the pits in front of us now.
Taking the lead.
There's Lando in front of us. We're up to P3 and on a current podium, although I have George Russell right behind me. 1.2.5 seconds now. Again, expecting those guys on fresh inters to be significantly quicker than me. But I'm more worried about trying to hold off Lewis with 13 seconds the gap than George. George will get me. No doubt at all, George will get me. But we might have just inherited a P4 rather than a P7. Where were we previously? Yeah, we might have just inherited a P4 rather than... They've stopped again for wets. It's the Baku bug again. It's the Baku bug again. They've stopped for inters to then stop the very next lap for a set of full wet tyres. So we might be inheriting another victory.
Right, we've got teams in the pits changing over to full wets. Come in and change your tyres if you need to.
Oh, you hope that's fixed for the new game. You hope that's fixed for the new game. I don't recall that being an issue on 22 when I was playing my team. Well, they're all going to pit. Like, George is significantly faster than me, but they're all going to pit for a set of wets. So I can either stay out on this worn set of inters till the end, or try to anyway,
We've got a lot of spare energy. Okay.
and try and inherit a dub, or I can pit for wets myself and try and hold out for a P3.
Lando in the pits. Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps.
Well,
Okay, this is your final lap. Final lap of the race.
we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps. This is your final lap. Thanks then. The irony is
We're leading our teammate by 12.8 seconds.
that if they'd have done the one stop for a fresh set of inters and not stopped again for the wets, they'd have been actually quicker than me even on those. They didn't need to stop for the wets at all. They didn't. Well, evidently we've proven that they didn't need to stop again at all to go to wets because we've powered through.
10 minutes left of this rain, then we think it's going to dry up. 10 minutes.
We've powered through on our intermediates. So, last to first challenge complete. It's worth pointing out, if this were... Because we had a discussion, this is for YouTube by the way, if we had a discussion in the Twitch chat as to whether I should kind of double pit myself to balance out the bug. Yellow flag's in front. Whether I should double pit myself to counteract the bug. And had this been... Someone's died. Someone's engine's gone. It's Tsunoda's, I think. Oh, illegal position? Fuck off.
Okay, mate, that was an illegal manoeuvre. You've got to cede that position or we'll receive a penalty.
Well, there's chaos at the end.
Okay, clear.
So I could have double pit myself to counteract the bug. And if this were a my team save at the launch of a new game, then I 95% likely would have done. But because this is 3 weeks less than to the new game coming out, I'm just going to put up with the bugs, take the free win, and maybe put up some kind of unexpected title challenge. We'll just enjoy it whilst we can enjoy some good racing, and then we'll start the grind of the My Team properly when the new game comes out. But it's out of my control, really. I could double pit, but that just takes all the fun out of it. I mean, agreeably, this takes all the fun out of it as well, but at least it's fun where I'm finishing well, not fun where I'm getting screwed and finishing 14th and should be challenging for a podium. It's a double McLaren podium here. Lando manages to finish in 3rd place. So it's great for the team. We were challenging Mercedes. In fact, we should be ahead of Mercedes now in the constructors standings. P20 start, P1 finish. I'm up to 3rd in the driver's standings. Still 47 points off Max Verstappen though. Lando is still P8, but we are up to 3rd in the constructors standings. 84 of Red Bull. But outside of the bugs, it was still an entertaining race. It was still fun to drive, and ultimately, I guess that's the most important thing for the content at this stage of the cycle. Like I say, if this sort of thing happens on 23 in the My Team, then I will probably look to save every pit stop cycle, mid-session save, and then just act upon what happens and match the pit stops that the AI do. Takes away a little bit of the risk or flexibility of trying something on strategy, but it is what it is. It's not massively heartbreaking at this stage of the cycle, but we'll take the trophy. Yay, Belgium! And we'll head into the Grand Prix at Zandvoort next time out, so do join me for that. Hopefully you guys are enjoying regardless of the bugs. I can only apologise. It is what it is, but I'm still having fun doing these 100% race distance Grand Prix, and hopefully you guys are still enjoying watching them. I'll try and edit them in as entertaining a fashion as I possibly can. But for now, that's going to bring this one to a close. Thank you very much for watching. Do drop the video a like if you've enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already to make sure you don't miss out on more Southampton tomorrow, of course. And I'll see you then.